All right, we should be live right now, my brother KT. Let me check out what's going on. I gotta clear some space on my desktop. See what's going on with the family. Got some good news to tell the people tonight.
Uh-oh.
Got some great news to tell the family tonight.
Oh,
Let me make sure this is going on. All right, Kafunya. I see Kafunya in the building, so I know we good to go.
oh, what's going on, Queen?
Demi, thank you for the donation, Demi. I got the donation, Demi. I truly, truly appreciate it. Like for real, for real. Like it means a lot. So shout out to Demi. Demi said your afro is everything, KT.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I appreciate it.
For real.
Mama Pill inspired.
Yeah, Blue Pill got to catch up, man. You, Red, Mama Pill, y'all could be like superheroes in a comic book. Like y'all can have your own.
I think Blue Pill's gonna master the other side. He's gonna have a little goat.
Ah, okay, that's what it is.
And
Oh
that a
man,
lot. They
that's
call
what
it
it
the comedic beard, like Tut head. You know what I'm
is.
saying?
Yeah,
He's
okay.
gonna rock it that way.
Oh, Shaman said he's going another week. Okay,
All right, then.
that's what's up.
Scared of you, scared of you. Yeah, somebody was asking me, how much longer can me and my daughter do it? I was like, indefinitely.
Yeah, yeah,
What
definitely.
you talking about? You see how you feel? You feel how
Kafunya,
you see?
Kafunya, yeah, I got your donation with the Lloyd video, Lloyd Strayhorn and King Simon. I appreciate it, Kafunya.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know that was powerful.
Yeah, that was powerful, definitely. We not gonna be too long tonight, family. I just want to keep you updated. You know, health is wealth. I tell you, KT is it's like the greatest thing out right now when it comes to this health thing, and we cannot afford to take this brother for granted because if we do, we're gonna pay for it with them hospital bills. We're gonna pay for it with all types of things you don't want to talk about or we don't want to talk about right now.
That's
So
right.
we need to really pay attention to what this brother's talking about, and we need to appreciate greatness when it's in our presence. And we just did a fast that was absolutely magnificent. I mean, it was huge. It was bigger than the one last year. I had over 200 people sign up. We had over 200 people sign up. I mean, it was amazing. It was amazing. Our chat room. I mean, KT, tell them about the WhatsApp
But
chat.
listen, the WhatsApp chat was lit, bro. Like I don't think I've ever been part of a community slash forum like that. Folks posting pictures, asking questions, leaving affirmations, invocations, paragraphs, introduction. Yo, it was crazy, and it was
Yeah.
all day, bro. But what was dope is nobody went like over the top. Like there was nobody at like 2 in the morning, like what y'all still doing? You know what I'm saying? After a certain time, it started dying down, and then y'all took that late shift when y'all started
Yeah,
getting
the push-ups, the push-ups.
push-ups on. Yeah, 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 yeah. You had the push-up club going.
Yo, we had the late night push-up club going. It was me, my brother Mike, and this brother named Wadu. I wonder if the brothers in the
Voodoo,
I
yeah,
think
voodoo.
Voodoo. And we had the late night push-up club. We was it's hard to even explain how we did it, but it was just ill. And we was doing push-ups. We was doing push-ups, virtue push-ups. You know what I'm saying? But it
Y'all
was
had the
ill.
energy. Y'all
Yeah,
had that
yo,
energy.
we was electrified. We called it the Fido and push-up session. It's Fido and push-ups, brother.
Fido with
My-
push-ups,
Yo,
man.
yo,
That's
the
remember Popeye. What you think Popeye was squeezing out that
yeah,
can
yeah. We
back in the day?
the fast was sponsored by Fido Mega. What how you say it? KT
Fido
Fido
nigga 3.
Omega 3, yeah. Yeah, the fast was sponsored by Fido Omega 3. I was telling all the yeah, he showed it. I was telling the family that's one of the best products on the market right now. And or they get a wooden spoon when they buy it, right?
Yeah, you get your wooden spoon, right? And then your dose, which is just about a quarter of that spoon a day. Look how dark. Look how dark it make the water.
Mm,
That's just like a quarter of a teaspoon in a full cup of water.
wow.
You know how many pigments, how many carotenoids is inside of there to make it so deep and dark like that. And that's what y'all was getting all that oxygen in.
Yeah, that shit was, it was the truth, man. Like I've never, yo, KT, man, that product is something, man. That product is something right there, man.
Hey, research, study, you know what I'm saying? Standing on shoulders of people who have laid the groundwork and put the information out and then knowing what to look for. You know, he always spoke on the body is electric. He always spoke on oxygen. He always spoke on the ocean, the water, nature. And I was like, okay, well, if it's all about oxygen, then who produces the most oxygen? He says, get it from plants. So I'm like, what plant produces the most oxygen? And it turns out the plant that produces the most oxygen come out the ocean, bro.
Mm,
It feeds the whole world. You know what I'm saying? Over
mm.
70% of the world's oxygen coming out of phytoplankton. So what is it going to do for your body? Another thing that I hardly talked about with you about the phytoplankton is the fact that phytoplankton is able to multiply itself at an extreme rate. It's stupid. So how that translates into the body is regeneration. Because what are stem cells? Stem cells are
Mm.
singular cells that are able to multiply themselves. Well, phytoplankton gives your body the ability to tap into that because of its ability to be able to replicate. So like just in an explosion. So how do you use that? Use that in wound healing. You do that in regeneration. You do that in just keeping your engine running during the day, like what everybody was experiencing that was able to take it during the fast. And for everybody that ordered during the fast, I would like to say thank you very much for investing in me and what I have to offer y'all. Everything's all packed up, ready to go. Everything's getting sent out. I didn't get to send nothing out today because you know we had to acknowledge Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there wasn't no post office today, but I'm back on it tomorrow. So everybody will be getting their phytoplanktons this week and this weekend. And what makes that so beautiful is the fact that I know you're like, man, I wish I had it during the fast. Well, the fast was there to prepare your body for it. And that's not to
Facts.
say, oh, my product is so good, you gotta fast for 30 days. It's just saying that if you get rid of the trash, the problems, and all that, you can experience it on a higher level. You know what I'm saying? And it'll benefit you just so much more. It's so nutritionally dense. And what I mean by that is when you just put a little bit on this spoon in this water and you drink like a cup of this a day. I used to tell people to drink like a liter, but you drink that daily, you're getting the amount of minerals that you would have to eat tons and tons of fruits and vegetables and do other things in order to get that same amount of nutrients in you, but you're getting it in a cup of water, you know? So that allows you to be able to move throughout your day, do the things you need to do and still benefit, you know?
Facts, man.
Oh yeah.
Let me, you know, we hear about fasting. I mean, in every religion, we
Yeah.
heard about it in the ancient time, modern time. I mean, you hear about it. It's nothing new when it comes to fasting. Why is fasting? Why do you think? What does fasting have to do? Why is it associated so much with spirituality, KT?
Oh man. Well, you know, I just want to give thanks to Dr. Sabi for, you know, just laying that path for the whole idea of fasting over the years. Not saying he invented it, but he definitely popularized it. And
Right.
a lot of people that deal with it now have to do with listening to him talk about it. And he would always refer to the Bible in
Mm-hmm.
speaking on it because he would say, oh, he would be like, oh, you got a problem? Well, fast for 90 days. That's what Jesus did. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, and Mr. G tells a story all the time that when they were going through their last lecture circuit on the 67th day, I believe he said it was, Sabi was on his fast. That's when he spit up. I think came out his nose in the bathroom a tumor
Yeah. Yeah.
that was growing. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's like the fast is very important. Now, the reason why it's connected to spirituality is because it's just talking about a form of abstinence, like you're not biting into the apple. You're realizing that you're a solar being and that you're able to eat the sun. You eat
Mm-hmm.
the sun and your breathing apparatus is able to power you. So when you're not stuffing your body full of trash, remember your cells are now acting like satellite trash cans, just constantly storing toxins away. And the more trash you build up, the more weight you carry with you. The more waste you carry with you, the more waste you have on your body. your waist size goes up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what ends up happening is when you're fasting, you're allowing your body to rid yourself of all those toxins, and to how I like to explain it is to innovate and enhance all the mechanics that you already have. Proteins, enzymes, they represent technological machines in your body, machines like turbines, machines like, you know, when you go inside of a car factory and you see all the different parts in the assembly line, that you have machines in your body just like that. But just like a factory and an assembly line, and needs oil, and needs maintenance, you know what I'm saying? What happens when you keep the doors open 365 days out the year, you know, 24 hours a day, no break? Like, it's gonna fall apart. So when you take a fast, that's like the work is getting off at 5 o'clock to go home with their family. It's like holiday, and they give vacation. You know what I'm saying? That's what fasting is like, because you gotta think about it. When was the last time your heart had a day off?
Mm. Mm.
When was the last time your lungs had a day off? When was the last time? So how they take their leave is you fasting. And then what you turn on is something called autophagy. Autophagy, which is a system that deals with auto consume, or consuming self, where you're consuming up all the trash, you're getting all that stuff out, you're chelating all of the cells. Chelation, you would hear Dr. Sebi talk about chelation all the time. Chelation means claw, like a scorpion or a crab or a lobster, because the molecule of the chelator is similar to a claw, where it has an open end, and the toxin of the heavy metal, it would represent whatever a claw would grasp. So this claw would grasp on to this molecule and pull it out of the cell. So that's what chelation is. And you give your body the ability to chelate. You know, you increase your redox potential, reduction in oxidation, and this in turn increases what? Your voltage. This is what meant when he would talk about alkalinity all the time. When you deal about acidity and alkalinity, you're talking about voltage, because all those pHs actually coincide with a voltage. I talk about that on a video I just uploaded on my Patreon that I did at the King Simon 24th anniversary. I went into that. So powerful, powerful. So it's spiritual, because spirituality has to do with the light body. You know that this is flesh that is housing the light. Right? There's a light body that is inside of us. That light body is supposed to be brilliant. It's supposed to be, you know, when you go to a bonfire and you see it just bellowing this huge flame. So when you're fasting, you're giving that flame, you're giving that fire, you're giving that light the ability to express itself. You know what I mean? Think about a bright light and you turning on a smoke machine, or you bellowing a whole lot of smoke in a way. What is going to end up happening? You're going to obscure the brilliance of that light. And you have to think about toxicity and the lack of cleansing your system as something equated to that, where you're smothering your light. So in spirituality, people have always fast because you let go of your desires, you let go of your hunger, you let go of the cravings, because there's a confusion between cravings and being hungry. Cravings and hungry. Hungry has to deal with the electron amount that you're receiving from the food you're eating. We're alkaline, so we want to receive these electrons, and these electrons is what feed us. Is what gives us that power. That's what the redox potential is all about. So you want to make sure that your light breathes, your light is able to shine, your light is able to flow. You don't want to obstruct any of that. And the only way you can hear yourself, the only way you can connect with the divine, the only way you can hear your ancestors, is if you have an open pathway, a pathway that is not obscured, a pathway that is not blocked. So you have to unblock it. And the best way to block is through fasting. You know, giving your body a break, giving it a day off, giving it some time to focus on other things that are way more important than a Popeyes sandwich.
Indeed, I want to give a shout out to Vladimir. He was down with the fast. He just sent me a Cash App donation.
There we go.
Shout out to Vladimir. He might have been down with us one night with the push-ups. I'm not sure, but shout out to Vladimir. Like y'all, I can't tell y'all enough about how ill this fast was, and
Response.
the response and just everybody who came out,
How
everybody
many
who
people was like in the chat, Rich, at a time? Like,
yo, I don't know. What do you think? How many people you think? Because it was
because I know it was over 100 people total, but at any time there was like 30 people up in there, bro.
yeah, it was about 30,
You know what I
35,
mean?
something.
All the time though, and they coming in and out.
Yeah. From morning, like you said, from morning. We started the day at probably at like 6 o'clock every day.
45 people. Look, did you notice the progression of the people actually dedicating themselves to the solar exposure as I suggested?
It was all thanks to you, bro.
And how much it increased to the end. And by the end,
Yeah.
people was out there like they was smoking a cigarette on their break.
Yeah.
They was like, oh man, that job. Like,
yo, Blue Pill was amazed. Blue Pill called me like, yo, KT got them grounded in the wintertime, yo. People had on no shoes in the grass outside, right, grounding.
That's right.
I mean, like, yo,
just because it's cold don't mean there ain't no electrons. Just because it's cold don't mean there ain't no photons present. It's like, don't be scared of a little bit of cold earth. Nobody's telling you to walk in no sleet and no ice for no mile. You know what I'm saying? You got shoes on all day. We talk about we ain't connected to the earth. We're not. We're definitely not, because our feet are designed for the terrain of the earth. That's why we have the arch in the shape, and it's that weird shape that our foot has, is so it can hug the nooks and crannies, but we never do that. So it's like the minute that we're able to plug back into the earth is just like us plugging our charger into the wall for our phone. You know what I mean? Our phone is going to eventually die if we don't charge it, and we're going to eventually die if we don't charge ourselves. It's the same principle. That's what's called a cell phone, and you're made up of trillions of cells. They need to be plugged up. You know what I mean? But nah, the reaction from the people, the stories that we were hearing, the food that people were buying, all of this, the chefing, like folks was chefing it up. They was going out there, they was doing the smoothies, they were doing the baobab bowls. They was, I mean, you name it, they was rocking it. You know what I'm saying? Posting videos. It was very uplifting. It was very nourishing. That's what I loved about it. Everybody was picking up everybody else. I didn't have to respond to everyone, because folks would step up and either repost something I already said, put a video up, or answer it themselves to the best of their ability.
Facts,
but
man.
I was definitely able to catch anybody that I could. You know, I was like, I told you, there was about 2 million questions I probably answered.
It was
1.9.
Listen, the thing about this fast is that, and what we just did, what everybody just witnessed, is that you'll never see this level of support from anywhere. KT was available basically from the morning time, the afternoon time, a little bit of nighttime, answering questions pretty much all day long. I mean, people was throwing all types of questions at KT. Well, I mean, one after another, after another, after another, after another. And just imagine having support. Like, just imagine having like Siri. Like, hey Siri, what about this? KT was like Siri. They was like, hey KT, what about this? Hey KT, what about that? And he was just
I was Siri backwards. I-R-I-S.
Iris.
So I was, I was Iris. I was Siri's Iris.
Yo, KT was like, I was like, wow, man. The level of the support that we gave to people was just like phenomenal. And it made me feel good that to put on something like that. And also to be a part, I was a participant as well. I fasted for 7 days.
Definitely up in there. We talked about answering questions, giving people inspiration, and then running the push-up circuit at the end of the day too. Keeping people motivated, keeping people going. So and then you had to set that whole WhatsApp thing up. You know what I'm saying? Individually, all the work that you did, and because of the support, because we definitely got people asking for the Cash App. Like, I've never posted my Cash App before, I've done that. I jumped into it because the people started asking me, so I started providing the Cash App, and people started supporting the fast because it was like, we ain't gonna charge nobody for this. We're just gonna do it. This is information that you have to cross-reference. This isn't the average information you're gonna get in any fasting book you buy. So you're getting, top line, top-notch info to assist you through this whole journey that you could take with you forever. And the people that donated through Cash App, I felt that they really understood that, because they was like, look, I gotta give them what I can. I might not have this, I might not have that, but I'm gonna send them 5, I'll send them 10, I'll send them 2, I'll send them a dub. You know what I mean? I'll give them what I can. So for all the people that sent something through Cash App in order to support, this whole train going, what I'm gonna do is, through the Cash App receipts that you have, because you have a Cash App receipt that's dated, you're gonna send that receipt to my email, which is lovegreenlife@gmail.com. That's LUV as in victory, okay, GREENLIFE@gmail.com. I know Richard put it down in the box so y'all can just click it too. But anybody who sends me their Cash App receipt is going to get a coupon code for the site, specifically for the consultations, but there'll be a couple other bonuses in there too. But we're gonna focus on the consultations because people were coming through with so many of those questions where we need time, background, everything, and I want to be able to give y'all something back for just, supporting it and being part of what we had going.
Word. Somebody had a panic attack during the
somebody had a panic attack. They was wilding out. You know what I mean? They talking about their breathing and the tingling and lightheadedness and the feeling. And they don't know if they could keep going. And I always say, whenever I get on any of my videos talking about health, I give disclaimers. I tell people I'm not a healer. Okay, I'm an advisor. I'm a consultant. You are the healing factor. Anybody who says they're gonna heal you, I don't know what they talking about, because in my studies and my research, nobody heals another person. You can direct your energy to other people, but it's really people who have the ability to heal themselves. You teach them how to get out their way. You teach them certain things, and they're able to heal themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, I just want to give thanks to the people that continue that on. Now, in terms of this individual, when you give up doing a certain thing and you try something new, and you sacrificing from your cravings, because these cravings, they're knee deep, they're deep inside of you. You got to think about Revenge of the Body Snatchers. You got to think about parasites. I brought it up in the chat when somebody was talking about, I want to do something. All I could do is think about this. I was like, that's your parasite, yo. So when those cravings get cut, when those parasites get starved, remember, they have their hands in your nervous system. They got hands in your respiratory system. They got hands in your circulatory system. They got hands all up in you. So they start to mess with you. They start to make you feel like you're not going to make it, feel like you're going to collapse. So you start having certain issues. And you couple that along with something called a Herx reaction, which is a process that occurs when you detoxify your body. On the way out, all that trash causes you to have reactions to that trash leaving the body. So when you mix those things up, you're going to have situations where folks start to experience certain symptoms. So, I gave her a little bit of time to kind of get it all out. You know what I'm saying? And then I just told her real simple what to do step by step. The beautiful thing is she followed. Right. She followed. And that's what the people who have success with my products and what I suggest different from people that may not is the fact that they listen. Some people will come to you for help and you tell them what to do, and they really remix it and be like, I'm gonna own it and kind of do it this way. And it don't work. And it's like, listen, I'm telling you to do it like this for a reason. Right. So the person listened, and they was able to calm down. They was able to relax. They got up the next morning and they was almost kind of reborn, and stronger. So we had a lot of breakthroughs, testimonials. We had somebody else who had, what was it, Rich? Somebody was like, they was like, I'm not even gonna lie. Hemorrhoids.
Right.
Yeah. Somebody was like, yo, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, yo. When I started this retreat, I had hemorrhoid. I didn't say nothing about it. and they gone now.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So we had that happen. People were very candid, which I was so shocked and amazed how candid people were about their personal problems and what they were going through. Because usually people be like, you know, let me holler at you on the side.
Yes.
I had to do that to them. I was like, okay.
A sister was like, yo, I think her menstruation was heavy.
Oh yeah, she dropped the menstruation bomb on them.
Yeah, I was like,
you know,
whoa.
ain't nothing wrong with that. And I'll discuss it, but I'm just thinking about her. I'm like, I don't know if you want your people could screenshot. You know what I'm saying? Let's go somewhere else private and talk about the matter. But I was able to give a lot of the people who I suggested to come to the side the information. You know, healing is something that the individual does. People don't heal you. They might transfer you energy, but it's really about teaching you how to kind of get out your way so you can do it for yourself. And a lot of people learned how to do that over these past 7 days. I guess this is what the Bible talked about when they was talking about creation being in 7 days. This is like a 7-day cycle you took to recreate yourself, because you recreate your body every 7 years. You got a 7-year cycle. So we should have 7-day cycles then. You know?
Indeed. So you left you gave them email KT for the discount code. I see a couple of y'all still asking about it. Email the brother for the discount code. Though that's only for the individuals that was a part of the fast.
Yeah, this is for the fasters, and how I know the fasters too, and that they was fully dedicated to it. They sent the Cash App. Rich, I mean, I didn't get in front of the camera like, yo, send it, but he definitely was letting people know,
you
know, support the fast. We're doing this ourselves, like, you know what I mean? We just did this to do it. You know what I mean? So we're definitely going to take those people who was able to make those donations when it wasn't mandatory, and I'm going to turn around and do something real special for them, you know, by giving them some discounts on the site, especially the consultation.
Indeed. I just, like I said, I also, like KT said, I also just want to give thanks to the people that sent the donation, whatever it was. I definitely appreciate it. They go to Fight Omega. I definitely appreciate it. And you know, sometimes I watch YouTubers channel, and let's say I'll turn to like a Tommy Soda mod. I see people sending him $50, $60, $70, and he talking all types of crazy shit. And that's cool. He do what he do. And I'm just thinking about, you know, we're out here healing people, like literally getting rid of hemorrhoids and stuff like that. KT's helping people with panic attacks and, you know, menstrual cycles and this and that. You know, I want the brother to feel appreciated doing what it do. I want to feel appreciated putting something like this together. So sometimes our people don't know how important it is. So sometimes you have to remind them. So support is something that's definitely necessary. Being independent the way we are, having independent media, KT doing what he do with Health on the independent tip, traveling. Support is definitely needed. So I want to thank everybody who supported, and those who didn't. You know, it's all good. Maybe next time, but you know, just don't take those that are helping you for granted. That's what the message I would like to deliver to the people. Never take those who are truly out there helping you for granted. Sometimes we take the best things for granted and we pay for what's destroying us the most. So it's a weird habit we have as humans, a real weird habit we have.
Amen. You know, I believe that, you know, certain people will catch on, certain people will, certain people won't. I'm going to continue to keep the flame burning. And, you know, I know things are always expensive and always cost a lot to folks that don't know the value in it. And there are people that really see the value in the information, and there are people that are going to come to find value in information, you know. So, you know, I look forward to that. I know in the chat, somebody had came in there and they were in Suriname and they were talking about a certain issue. And I was like, oh, you in Suriname? I was like, yo, you need to get some quassia. Because I was like, quassia is actually called Quassia Suriname because that's where it came from. It's named after a freed slave named Kwasi. And that's why it's called Quassia. Well, there was a big flu epidemic that took place. Like how we be dealing with the measles outbreaks and all that stuff now. It was a
Mm-hmm.
flu epidemic that hit. And what he did is he went up in the forest and he pulled out this herb that he knew about and cured everybody. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? And he ended up getting flown into Europe and everything and became this big dignitary. And the herb got named after him. And this is it right here. It's called quassia, but it's also known as obra grande. This is one of Dr. Sebi's most coveted herbs that he used. This is a tree. This is one of the branches off the tree, and it's usually shredded. So you might see it as a light pale yellow shredded wood, but this is the actual whole piece of the tree right here that I was talking about inside there. This is part of my Sacred Herbs of Dr. Sebi line that I have. Contribo being one of them. We talked about it on the video we did in New York. You know, guaco. This one right here. This is a vine. I wish y'all could smell it. It's stupid. But these are the most potent and powerful herbs from that region that Sebi would use in a lot of his formulations. This is cucumeca. This is the most potent iron giving. This is super sarsaparilla. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it gave a good opportunity for me to give the people a lot of information for them to learn about new herbs and new techniques and things like that. And I think everybody got to walk away with something that they're not going to forget. You know, plus I know I'm not going to forget because WhatsApp puts all your pictures and your photos. So I got a whole album from last year. I got an album from this year. I got receipts.
Word up, man. Let me I don't, like I said, we're not going to stay on here too long, man. I definitely appreciate the time, but just one last question before we get out of here, KT. Would you say eating is one of the worst habits we have? Not overeating, but just eating, period. Like, let's say I guess maybe let's say eating daily, like every day. Is our bodies even designed to eat every day?
Everything is connected to our environment, so we would have to consider context. What's the environmental situation? If you're living in a natural habitat somewhere around the equator, tropical environment, rainforests, mountains, and things like that, then eating is not going to be that important because you're getting that UVB, you're getting that high intensity, long solar hour throughout the day, you're getting high amounts of oxygen from the trees. You're also getting huge doses of terpenes, which are the aromatics that are coming off all of the fruits and vegetables. You're drinking fresh spring water, you know, coming from mountains in brooks and lagoons and things of that nature. So you have the ability to live off of the environment, technically, if you're in that environment. Now, the further you move from an optimum environment, the more you become dependent upon picking out of your environment to make up from what you're not getting from the sun, from the water, from the magnetism, and everything else. So you want to, you know, you get into the cold, yeah, you gotta have your whole lineup, you know what I mean, to deal with the fact that you outside of yourself. Folks ain't supposed to be all the way up in the 45th, 50th latitude. Folks gotta be in them 20s, bro. In the 20s, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn does everybody how they supposed to be. It's just the way it should be. And your melanin starts popping, your carbon starts popping, you start popping, your light body starts popping, you know, and then when you do partake in certain foods, like fruits and all of that's supposed to be like treats. They're supposed to be like extras. It's not like you're supposed to be dependent on it. It's supposed to be like that ice cream you get after dinner. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but that's not to demonize and make people feel bad about eating. No, eat. Like you live. We're in a totally different world. We're in a totally different society. We're dealing with all types of stuff. We gotta eat, but because we have to eat, that's what makes it so important to choose the right things to eat. You have to be mindful. And it's not just the food, it's a holistic lifestyle. That's why if you notice, most of the information I was given had nothing to do with consuming, eating anything. Because when you're fasting and not so much worried about food, now you can worry about eating on a higher level. Now you can eat the sun.
Mm.
You eat the earth. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? You can eat the air, you can eat the different elements and pull them into you and get more stronger, get more resilient, get more powerful. You know, it's so important to get that AM light to ground, to sun gaze. It is so important for us to be in the body. We can't keep saying, oh, we sun people, we light bodies, we star children, all this star, sun, sun, star, star, sun, sun, star, and you inside all day underneath a light bulb, bro.
Mm.
That's not it. That's
Mm.
not it. When you got other nations and other races, you talk a lot of stuff about they on the beach, they're in the rainforest. I
Mm.
travel, I do retreats, I see where they at, I see what they doing. They getting involved. Like one thing, misnomer, oh, they get cancer when they on the beach, right? Well,
Mm.
we don't understand that there's something called a solar callus, meaning that they have the ability to acclimate their skin to UV energy through microdosing and build their resilience up until they start benefiting being in the sun. And
Mm.
that's what's going on. So you need to take advantage of what you were born with and the ability that you have. You need to soak this sun up. I mean, the sun takes no days off. It's coming up every day. It goes down, but it's coming back. And you need to be there when it comes back. Get that AM, get that 11:30 to 3:30 vitamin D hour.
Mm.
I'll tell y'all about the app again. It's called D Minder. The letter D is in vitamin D. Minder, like reminder. It's an app. You put your geographical location through Google Maps in there, you pin it, and then it tells you the vitamin D windows no matter where you are right now. So, you know, you in the north, you get a vitamin D winter like between September. I know people say August. I say September all the way to like late March, early April. You know, that's a window in time where no UVB frequency from the sun is able to hit you. So you don't have the ability to take that UVB as it hits the subcutaneous fat underneath your skin, converting 7-hydroxycholesterol into vitamin D.
Mm.
You're not able to convert the cholesterol into that. So people that are taking statins, people that are taking cholesterol lowering medication, understand that you're actually hurting yourself. Cholesterol is something you need. You need cholesterol like nobody's business. The reason why it's a problem is because you're not turning it into vitamin D. You're not sulfating it. You're not turning it into a useful property. So what happens is the unused property of cholesterol, it builds up in the body and flows around and just does harm in other ways. But when you get out in the sun, when you activate your vitamin D properties, when you sulfate your vitamin D, guess what? Now you end up using all that cholesterol for your benefit. You know, you do not want to take statins and stuff because they cut it at a certain step where terpenes start becoming cholesterols, and that's when a lot of people start having all these cholesterol issues and cholesterol problems. So lowering cholesterol ain't the issue. Using the cholesterol properly is what you're supposed to do. You know, so I
Indeed.
mean, the information, like, you're not gonna get this just anyway. Ain't nobody telling y'all about sulfating y'all cholesterol and vitamin D and getting out in the sun, grounding, plugging, screwing into the earth. You know, there's only select few people that speak on this level and give y'all this information, and it's been tried and it's been proven, and everybody on this fast will all agree that more solar exposure leads to endorphins, bliss hormones, love feelings, healings, energy, rest, regeneration.
Yeah, I want to once again, family. I see there's a lot of questions being asked in the chat room. You can email, you can email KT. I mean, a lot of questions. Email the brother. The brother also has a YouTube channel. One thing they ask is if you have a YouTube channel. He
Yes.
does with tons of video that answer most of your
Over
questions.
100 videos, man. Some of my videos are 3.5 hours. I have a dry eraser board. I break sea moss down to its molecular structure. I talk about the difference between Gracilaria or Jamaican sea moss and Chondrus crispus, the more Arctic sea moss. I showed the difference between agar and carrageenans, different carrageenans, the sulfur that causes it to gel. What makes it gel more? What makes it gel less? What does the sulfur mean inside of the sea moss? How does that help us? You know, so I go in 3.5 hours. I talk about iron on another one. I do an acid and alkaline experiment with red cabbage. With red cabbage, I boil red cabbage and make a pot full of purple water. I take the water, I put it inside of cups, 3 cups. 1 cup represents neutral, the other 2 cups represents acid and alkaline. So I pour vinegar in 1 cup, it turns red. I pour baking soda in the other cup, it turns blue.
Ooh.
Showing the acid alkalinity property through I mean, all this stuff is on the site. I got my electric leaf on there, Rich. You know about the electric leaf. I show the voltage. I do the whole experiment. So all these questions y'all asking, just do that real quick. Just zip it. Go to Casey the Arts Degree YouTube channel. Look at the videos. Watch the videos. Study. Think. Process. Critical thinking. Further research. Doubt me. Prove me wrong. And then find out that there's some truth up in there. Or I'm right. Dig in. And then you'll know. You'll carry it forever. You'll pay it forward to your family. And everybody will benefit. But that's my YouTube, my Instagram's Casey the Arts Degree, and so is my Patreon, which that's where you're gonna find some real deep information. You know, I got some real my dry eraser board work on my Patreon. Stupid. Check it out.
I want to give a shout out to Anthony and Marvin for sending a donation also during the show to my Cash App. Marvin, you sent your email. I'm not sure why you sent me your email. Did you want me to send you the food list or something? Because the fast is over.
He probably thinking that we said we want their email for the coupon code when it's really y'all gonna get my email.
Oh,
y'all gonna send the info to me, and y'all gonna send me a little Cash App screenshot that you sent something, and then what's going to happen is from there, then I'm going to start dishing all the coupon codes out to everyone. So,
but also shout out, like I said, to Anthony. I got you. Oh, that's photographing. Okay, my brother photographing. Yeah, shout out to my brother photographing. He's always donating. But once again, family, I want to thank KT. What's going on in the chat before we get out of here? What y'all talking about?
Before we go, this is Mama Pills Oxyhemo right here.
Okay.
This is the iron tonic that saved my life as a baby right here. This is the reason why I do what I do now, is because my mother was very, very low on iron, to make a long story short, and both our lives was on the line, and this tonic is what brought her hemoglobin up from a number 2. Anybody who knows anything about the blood, that's a very low number, because women are supposed to be between about 14, 17. Men are supposed to be between about 15, 18. And she was a 2, which was that was just knocking on death's door. And she drank this throughout the week and brought those levels up. And, you know, I'm still here today. So Greenleaf-Herbs is Mama Pill's site. KTTheArtsDegree.net is mine, but Greenleaf-Herbs is Mama Pill's site, and y'all can go there to check it out. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's her information. Y'all can check her there. But yeah, man, like if y'all got questions, that's what I'm giving the coupon code out. That's what consultations are for. I also do live, so if y'all, you know what I mean, you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you're gonna get notifications. Most of mine are usually live that I do. So if I'm doing a live, I'm gonna have a chat and I answer the questions, you know, when people come in, you know what I mean? Unless I'm really trying to break down a certain topic, then I wait till I'm done. But yeah, y'all could definitely. And for everybody who ordered phytoplankton, I got all your orders. All your orders is packed up. Got all your jars. Y'all all get your own little beautiful little wooden spoons. See, the thing about a lot of my products is when you're done with them, you get to keep stuff. So this is something you'll get to keep and use for a long time. And then the jar that it comes in is a specialized jar that prevents certain frequencies of light from entering, so the properties inside of phytoplankton stay preserved for longer periods of time. It's sealed and everything. So when you're done with that jar, you can use that for other herbs, things like maybe saffron and stuff. You don't want to lose the scent. You know what I mean? You want certain things to stay potent over time, you'll be able to reuse it. I do that with my C3. My C3 comes in a glass bottle and it comes in a green burlap sack. That burlap sack, you keep that. You can use that. That bottle, you can use it. So everything is reusable that I carry. I really don't do plastics like that. So everybody's order, you know, it was King's holiday today. You know what I'm saying? Rise in power to Martin Luther King Jr., MLK, and of course that's observed. So there was no bank, there was no post office, there was no nothing today.
Yeah, facts.
I mean,
Yeah.
we'll be back in business with shipping tomorrow. Yeah, we got all your orders, and now that you have completed the fast and your body's all clear and open, and you're drinking water and you feeling on point, when you take that phytoplankton,
Woo! It's a wrap.
yeah, you're gonna really be there.
It's a wrap. Shout out the phytoplankton. Shout out, special shout out to the phytoplankton.
This I gotta stir it up to start.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man.
80% of the world's oxygen. You know,
damn,
so
that's a large. That's a large amount. That's a large amount, KT.
Super that thing, pigment, man, and it wasn't even a full spoon. That was just a quarter of this spoon. Makes it that dark. Like proof is in the pudding. I'm not putting any green paint. That ain't like powdered acrylic paint, but like you'll see when you get it. I mean, Rich he'll tell you how dark his water get when he throw it up in there. That thing is super strong. Chlorophyll, the ingredients is crazy, and you get your EPA, which is right before DHA, eicosapentaenoic acid, which is for your eyes, your retina. Like 60% of your brain deals with DHA. The outer membrane of your mitochondria is DHA. You know, your red blood cells use DHA. This is what turns the light into the current and the energy. When Dr. Sabi talks about the body is electric and we sun people, how does the sun turn into electricity? Through docosahexaenoic acid. That's how. And you get that consuming this phytoplankton, getting these sea vegetables in. Very, very important.
Man, yeah, facts, man. Listen, so with that being said, family, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Hit up the brother KT, email him for further questions, for consultations. Make sure you order the phytoplankton if you have any interest in improving your life at all and you're serious. I would advise you to order that. I don't just recommend anything. Y'all seen me on here for years. So if I recommend something, you should definitely get it. And I don't know if me and Griff is going. I'm going to call Griff right now. He's like stuck at the airport. I don't know if he's still there, but I'm getting ready to holler at Griff right now. May be on later on tonight. I may not. I'm not sure yet, but I want to thank my brother KT for coming on and recapping the fast. Such a magnificent experience. And I'm going to have the brother on soon, probably in about a week, because there's some things I also want to talk about, things going on health related, other things going on in the news. So the brother will be back on real soon. Can't wait to get my package from Mama Pill. I'm gonna let everybody know about the package when I get the package from Mama Pill. So shout out to Mama Pill with her stuff. I mean, it's just I'm gonna be the healthiest man alive real soon, man.
Yeah, what we'll do is I'll be able. She'll be with me.
Okay.
We'll be able to do a show where she's sitting right next to me, so I can have her on and we could talk about the product and the experience and everything.
Dope.
That she go in detail.
Excellent. So with that being said, family, I'm getting out of here. KT, man, my brother. I'm gonna see you probably next week or something like that.
No doubt. Peace and love to the family. Thank you all.
Peace, family.
Peace.